Hey, so I have never made a video on Fude, but I thought it would be nice to talk about a brush I recently purchased. It's the Kabuki that Beautylish recently released. It came in this super cute box. I'm actually getting a little mad at cute boxes because I don't need boxes in my house, but I feel very bad about throwing away something that's cute. So I think cute boxes are my new dislike in life. But anyways, this is the Kabuki. This is going to be less of a review. So I'll show it from different angles. Less than a review because obviously you can't purchase it. So I'm not going to be like, ooh, it's so awesome. Go around and buy it. And you can't buy it. It's more of just my experience and kind of maybe encouraging people to use theirs more. I've just heard a lot of comments about people saying they're going to like not use it or it's too heavy or something to that effect. And I find that to be maybe a little silly. Maybe it's my inner, I have a hard time maybe spending a ton of money on something and then not using it. I don't know, just kind of weird for me. But what I do like about it, I guess if you don't know me, well, you probably don't know me because I'm doing a video. But if you don't know anything about the brushes that I buy, I'm predominantly into squirrel, and that's just because I have very, very dry skin, and I like to glow, as you can see. I like to glow. I don't like to look too matte. I don't want to emphasize. I'm 32 with dry skin, so I am starting to get lines, and I just don't like that dry, cakey, crepey's the look, not cakey, that dry, crepey look. So I really like the way that squirrel applies, and so I actually don't have any like powder brushes that are goat. And I typically stay away from them. And honestly, the only reason I was tempted to get this is because it's cute. I probably would not have bought it otherwise. But I am really happy. For one thing, when I washed it, it did bloom. It's very, very big. Like if you compare this to the Z1, which is also round, you can see how much bigger it is. So because it is really fluffy, it doesn't disturb your makeup and it doesn't apply the powder too heavy. When I first got it, it was much, 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 much more narrow and much, much more dense. And at first I was kind of like, I think you made a mistake. You know, you're probably going to have to return it or sell it. And I felt kind of bad about it. But I'm really glad that I kept using it and I washed it. And it is that kind of fluffy powder brush. It's not really that dense kabuki. I used to use dense kabukis when I was into mineral makeup back in college, but I don't have use for those types of brushes anymore, so I actually don't own any kabuki. So this is kind of cool. It sits on my desk. It looks cute, and I think because it sits on my desk, I keep the rest of my brushes in a drawer because I have a cat, and I'm afraid she's either gonna rub up against them and get cat fur all over them, or she's gonna run off with them. But she can't run off with this brush, so I'm not as worried about it. Oddly enough, it's special and I'm less worried about it. I feel like that's pretty rare. But it sits on my desk. It's really pretty. I reach for it because I see it. And I don't find that like because it's heavy, I drop it. I mean, unless you are standing up in the bathroom with tile and you're going to drop it from, you know, waist or, you know, chest height onto a tile floor. If you're sitting down on a carpeted surface, I don't really think there's a ton of concern about breaking it. And I mean, I guess if you're using it more often, maybe this will wear off. I don't know. If Chikuhodo is the OEM, they're very good about, I don't have any maki brushes that have the print wearing off. So if Chikuhodo is the OEM, which we don't know, but if it is, I wouldn't be worried about it rubbing off. And in general, I'm not worried about it rubbing off because I feel like if it's going to rub off, it's probably going to rub off anyway, and I might as well get use out of it while it's still cute. So I encourage folks to use it. When I washed it, not only did it become more fluffy and more like a powder brush and less like a powder foundation brush, but also it's a little bit softer. The only thing I don't like about it is that it does shed a bit. With that said, in my experience, I find that dense goat brushes tend to shed a little bit more in the beginning than squirrel. So it could just be that it's been so long since I've owned dense goat that I just don't know what I'm talking about. So, anywho, I really like it. Now, I like reaching for it. Um, and it is really cute. And I've seen the statue in real life that it's dedicated to, so it's just kind of nice to have a piece of, have a piece of Japan. I think a lot of people enjoy that aspect. So I encourage you to, if you have it, take it out of its box, use it, enjoy it. I think especially if you saved for it and you splurged on it. I think it's kind of sad, like when we buy stuff and we kind of just collect it and we don't actually get to enjoy it. And I feel like Food Day is really that kind of it's really kind of an art that you can use. So, anywho, I just kind of wanted to talk about that, and bye bye.